Hey there, welcome to this video. I'm Aditya Praveen, co-founder of QuickPort AI. Firstly, I would like to appreciate you for taking that first step to building your automated lead machine. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to walk you through a three-stage process that converts your leads into qualified sales appointments. And not just that, by the end of this video, I'm going to leave you with a special tool that takes your lead generation to the next level. You know, only 22% of the businesses are satisfied with their lead conversion rates, which means 78% of the businesses are still struggling to turn their leads into paying customers in this AI world. Most of the growing startups splurge their money. They spend thousands of dollars on appointment setters, hiring lead gen agencies, and hiring the sales representatives. But despite doing all this, they are not satisfied with the result. Now, what if I told you that you can book your highly qualified sales appointments without spending thousands of dollars every month? Isn't it exciting? See how our community members are achieving these amazing results by using a special tool, which are IVAs. More about IVAs on the later part. Meet Jane. He's a marketing director at Ecotech Innovations. The company mostly generates leads through paid ads and cold mails. Their campaigns were very effective in driving the traffic to the website, but the website was not able to capture the leads effectively. As a result, they had very low web to lead ratio. And after using our IVAs, this company they improved their web to lead ratio by up to 40%, and the lead conversion rate shot up to 12% from being at 5%. And meet John. He's a sales manager at Solar Bright Solutions. The company had very great closers. They had a very good sales team, but in spite of having a good sales team, they were not able to take so much of profits from the company because they had high lead acquisition costs because they spent so much on the campaigns. And after using our IVAs, the lead acquisition cost dropped by 25%, and also they increased the sale by 30%. And Emily, she got similar results, and here she was just able to double her lead acquisition rate by using a special tool. And Mark is an operations director at Pure Energy Solutions, and they had a response time of around 24 hours, which is not bad. But instead of having this good response time, the company lost 30% of their potential leads to their competitors. So they approached us and we implemented a personalized IVA, and after using this tool they were able to provide 24/7 customer support. And not just that, they were also able to reduce their customer support cost by 30%. And David, he's the head of sales, he complained that his sales team just spent 36% of the time in converting the leads and in sales calls, and the remaining time was very unproductive because they were manually processing the leads, collecting all the information, gathering the data about the leads. So after using the IVA, they were just able to increase their lead qualification rate by 60%, as you can see it on the screen. And Sarah, she's a customer experience manager at Green Future Energy. So here they spent excessively on campaigns, but they got very low response rate. So because of that, they had very high cost per lead. And after implementing this IVA as a solution, they were they were able to boost their engagement rate by 50%, and because of that the cost per lead dropped by 20%. With that being said, now let's dive deep into our today's topic, converting leads into qualified sales appointments. This is a three-stage conversion funnel, and I'm pretty sure that you must be familiar with this. Stage 1 is awareness. Not all the prospects are problem aware. It's the responsibility of marketing team to make them problem, solution and product aware before they get into the sales call. The goal of this stage 1 is to turn this prospect leads into information qualified leads. These IQLs have no idea about your company, your solution or your product or service. They just gave their contact details in exchange of the valuable information, be it ebook or your newsletter or any kind of your lead magnet that you have shared. That brings me to the next point. Most of us have a misconception that lead magnet is a kind of free resource that you use it to attract your customers. Well, I would say that it is partially true, because these lead magnets, if they are not specified, they end up attracting the wrong audience. A good lead magnet is something that gives a solution to a narrow niche problem in your domain, which when solved reveals another problem which is solved by your main offer. So in this case, this solution part is your lead magnet. For example, let's say you offer solar water heaters. In this case, one of the possible lead magnets could be a purchase guide informing the users about the use cases of your product variants and helping them make a better buying decision. Now, how do you go about advertising your lead magnet? According to this matrix, it's important for you to know that there are only 4 possible ways to let other people know about the stuff you sell. It's because there are only 2 types of communication. One is direct and private, indirect and public. There are just 2 types of audience, people who know you, people who do not know you. So combining all these 4 elements, we get this matrix. The first promotional strategy is warm outreach. This is the most cheapest and reliable of all if you're just starting out. So here you reach out to people who already know you. You can reach out to them via email, phone calls, voicemails, SMS and DM. The next promotional strategy is posting high quality content on the platforms where your leads are present. This is very effective in the long term because it helps you build a sense of authority for your brand. And this also gives you an organic reach, which means it creates a lot of inbound leads for your business. You know, one special thing about inbound leads are proven to have a closing rate of 14.1% as compared to a close rate of 1.7% for outbound leads, which means you can easily nurture those leads and make them into sales call. Next strategy is cold outreach. Here you reach out to complete strangers who have no idea about your company or about you or about your solution. You can reach out to them via cold mails, LinkedIn and cold calling. This is where most of the lead gen agencies operate. You can actually use automations and systems to leverage this particular outreach strategy. The last promotional strategy is running paid ads on the platforms where your target audience are present. This helps you get an inorganic reach who might turn into your potential customers. Now here's a small activity for you. Classify each of these into the 4 kind of promotional strategies: cold mail, blog, webinars, DMs on LinkedIn and Instagram, cold calling, creating content, paid advertisements, websites, and referrals. Now, you know what matters at the end? It's not the number of leads. It's always the number of engaged leads you got through these promotional strategies. And these are the 3 engagement boosters that help you skyrocket the amount of engaged leads through these promotional strategies. And if your business is not making $1 million a year yet, you could start by focusing on this MORE framework. It says that you should 10x the volume of your promotional strategies. For example, if you're cold mailing people, 10x the amount of cold mails that you send every day. If you're cold calling people, 10x the number of calls you make every single day. Basically, it says that if you want to increase the number of leads, just put in more efforts. There are a lot of businesses that have reached this point where increasing the efforts is no longer getting the more leads. This usually happens in those kind of businesses that are already generating like $1 million, more than $1 million a year. This is the time for us to play smart by using a different strategy, by putting the least amount of effort possible and getting the most amount of leads. Identifying the bottlenecks and testing them in the real-time scenario. For example, let's say you perform a LinkedIn outreach and through that you are able to get a response rate of 5%. Out of this, you got a call booking rate of 20%. Out of them, 50% of the people just showed up and you're able to close 40% of them. The bottleneck here could be your response rate. If you could just improve this response rate from 5% to 20%, this drives more leads into your sales by giving you a higher amount of engaged leads. You're putting the same effort or actually low effort and you're able to get this more number of leads. And the next booster is new. So here you dive into a completely new platform through a completely new piece of content, target different audience so that you can diversify your product or service. Now that brings me to the stage 2, which is consideration. So this is where the lead qualification and lead nurturing takes place. 79% of the marketing leads never convert to sales. It doesn't matter how perfect your sales team tactics are or how charming their pitch is. They wouldn't be able to sell anything to majority of those leads. This would only result in burnout and your sales team ends up wasting your precious time, money and efforts in chasing these unqualified leads. So the goal here in stage 2 is to convert these IQLs into marketing qualified leads, which means nurturing them about your company, about the product, about the solution, and helping them make a good decision about their requirement. VSLs are very effective in doing this. There are plenty of studies showing that VSLs increasing lead conversion rate by up to 80%. If you're wondering what VSLs are, here you go. A video sales letter is a video that pitches your product or service to a prospect. VSLs attract more leads. They act as a lead magnet, especially if you structured your VSL like a solution for a particular problem in your niche. They also help you build an authority by positioning you as an expert in that particular field. It gives this authority for your brand as well. Next, it qualifies the leads by educating them about your product and solution. Also, it boosts engagement because it is well said that a picture is worth 1,000 words and a video is worth 1,000 pictures. Now I have a question for you. Let's say there are two persons. Person A watches the complete VSL and while a person B just dropped off in the middle. This clearly shows us that they have varying level of engagement. So they should be targeted differently. So how do you segment and nurture them separately? Lead scoring helps us in achieving this. Lead scoring is assigning scores to the leads based on their engagement level. For example, let's say your lead opens a marketing email. You assign him a score of +5. And if he clicks on a link inside the email, give him a score of +10. And if he visits your website, you might give him a score of +30. So this is how the lead scoring happens. And you know what? Proper lead scoring systems can increase your conversion rates by up to 77%. After you score the leads, this is what happens in general. If a lead gets a score of 50 plus, that lead is passed on to the sales team, which means that lead is now marketing qualified lead. And the other leads are taken back by the marketing team and they are nurtured again. Now we move to the last stage, stage 3, conversion. Here, the marketing qualified leads are pushed through a lead qualification framework that further disqualifies the leads that do not fit your ideal customer profile. So a lead qualification framework is a set of questions that help you qualify the leads better based on the specific factors like budget. So will this lead be able to afford my product or service? The purchase power, do they have the authority to make the buying decision? Are they in need of my product or can my product address their pain points? Urgency, so do they really need my product or solution right now or in the later stages? And mutually beneficial relationship, is it a win-win situation if I work with this particular client? You might ask these set of questions to actually qualify the leads. I did my due diligence and curated this matrix for you. This helps you choose the right lead qualification framework for your business. So let's say you prioritize working with decision makers and people who are in desperate need for your solution. So in that case, Medic would be the best framework for your sales strategy. Now that after you choose your lead qualification framework, you can go ahead and ask your leads to fill an application before they get on a call. And you can ask them these questions based on your specific lead qualification framework on this application. And further shortlist them based on their answers to this question. And finally, you can qualify those leads, and these are sales qualified leads. They are very hot and you can just get on a call and close deals with them. So they have good idea about your company, your product, your solutions and what you do. They have a good understanding about your entire business. Now imagine this, your calendar is stacking up with highly qualified sales appointments and you're able to sign more and more deals. How do you feel about this increased sales? Giving you higher profits, getting you that freedom to experiment and scale up, or giving you that financial freedom to buy the dream car or dream house? And also, how do you feel about running your business at the minimum cost possible? You can actually invest that extra cost on setting up systems and automations and also do it on mentors and experts to seek their guidance. At last, how do you feel about saving hours and hours every day that you spend on lead generation? You can actually use that time to upskill yourself or pursue your hobbies, be it singing, dancing, music, or spend it with your family or go on vacations. This is simply awesome, right? IVAs are turning this dream into reality. IVAs are intelligent virtual agents, an AI-powered software that functions as a 24/7 virtual assistant, performing tasks like setting appointments, providing customer support, offering product recommendations, and many more. In simple terms, you can say IVAs are like next level chatbots. And in the beginning of this video, I shared with you some of the case studies highlighting the importance of using IVAs. And adding on top of to that, here are a few other benefits. So IVAs help you capture more leads. They easily handle high volumes of traffic and leads. And they also provide instant responses to customer inquiries. They help leads to make best decision by educating them with personalized content. They also capture more information from the leads. They engage with visitors and improve the web to lead ratio. And they also help in lead qualification and scoring and many more. See how businesses that use IVAs are gaining competitive advantage over others. And the best part, only a very few businesses are aware about this IVAs and their use cases. And studies also show that this IVA market is going to increase by a staggering 29.6% over the next 8 years, which means more and more businesses are going to implement IVAs. With so much advancements in AI, we can now help you build your personalized IVAs at a cost less than 50% of building your traditional chatbots. Want to know more about this? Just click that link below and book an appointment with us. We shall discuss this over a call. And thank you so much for your time. And I'm super excited to help you grow your business. Let's connect over the call. See you in the call.